Great Pyramid of Giza.
The Great Pyramid of Giza is also known as the Pyramid of Khufu or the Pyramid of Cheops. It is the oldest and the largest of the pyramids in the Giza Pyramid Complex, bordering present-day Giza in Greater Cairo, Egypt. It is the oldest of the seven wonders of the ancient world, and only one to remain largely intact.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
The Hanging Garden of Babylon. They were described as a remarkable feat of engineering, with an assembling series of tiered gardens containing a wide variety of trees, shrubs, and vines, resembling a large green mountain constructed of mud bricks. This was a gift by the Neo-Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar for his wife, Queen Amethyst, because she missed the green hills and valley of her homeland.
Statue of Zeus at Olympia.
Statue of Zeus was a giant seated figure about 12.4 meter tall, made by the Greek sculptor Phidias around 435 BC at the sanctuary of Olympia, Greece, and erected in the temple of Zeus there. Zeus is the sky and thunder god. In ancient Greek, rules as king of gods of Mount Olympus.
Temple of Artemis at Ephesus.
Temple of Artemis, also known as the Temple of Diana, was a Greek temple dedicated to an ancient local form of goddess Artemis. Associated with Diana, a Roman goddess, it was located in Ephesus near the modern town of Selçuk in present-day Turkey. It was completely rebuilt twice, once after the devastating flood and 300 years later after an act of arson, and its final form was one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. By 401 AD, it had been ruined or destroyed. Only foundation and fragments of the last temple remained at the site.
Mausoleum at Halicarnassus.
The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. The monument was the tomb of Mausoleus, ruler of Caria, in the southern Asia Minor. It was built in his capital city Halicarnassus between about 353 BCE by his sister and widow Artemisia II. The building was designed by the Greek architects Theseus and Artus. The sculptures that adorned it were in the work of four leading Greek artists, Scopas, Bryaxis, Leochares, and Timotheus, each of whom was responsible for a single site.
Colossus of Rhodes.
The Colossus of Rhodes, colossal statue of the sun god Helios that stood in the Greek city of Rhodes, and was one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Made of bronze and reinforced with iron, it was weighted with stones. The Colossus was said to be 70 cubits or 105 feet high, and stood beside Mandrakion Harbor, perhaps shielding its eye with one hand. As a representation, the relief suggests the statue, which took 12 years to build, was toppled by an earthquake about 225 BCE. The fallen Colossus was left in place until 654 CE. Arabian forces raided Rhodes, and the statue broken up, and the Rhodes sold for crafts.
Lighthouse of Alexandria.
The Lighthouse of Alexandria, sometimes called the Pharos of Alexandria, was a lighthouse built by the Ptolemaic Kingdom of ancient Egypt during the reign of Ptolemy II Philadelphus. It has been estimated to have been at least 100 meters in overall height. The lighthouse was severely damaged by three earthquakes between 956 AD and 1323, and became abandoned, ruined. It was the third longest surviving ancient wonder, surviving in part until 1980, when the last of its remnant stones were used to build the citadel of Kit Bay on the site.